Hey guys, in this episode we'll cover the more advanced sequencer features. We will learn how to randomize and modify our sequences, taking them to the next level. Let's start. And now that we know how to program and record nodes, let's explore the step edit mode to learn about KeyStep Pro's step editing possibilities. To enter it, simply press the step edit button. Once there, together with the step buttons, it will become lit to indicate that you are in the step editing mode. You can select your steps to see their values, which are shown by the LEDs surrounding each encoder. To start changing the values per step, simply press the step to select it and then start to move the encoder. When changing the pitch values, the LED above the keypad and the display will show you the currently selected node and allow to change it to whatever node you desire. By following the same logic, you can easily change the gate and velocity information per step as well. Next, encoders are called time shift and randomness. The first one allows you to nudge each step by 50% to the left and 50% to the right, or keep it in the center. In case of the randomness, it allows you to determine the possibility of each step being triggered. If the randomness encoder for the particular step is set fully to the right, it means that it will be triggered every time. If it's set in the central position, its chances to be triggered in the sequence are always at the 50-50 ratio. While setting it fully to the left will result in the step not being triggered in all the cases. The same logic applies to all the values in between. All of those editing options are available when the sequencer is stopped or while it is running. When editing the step, pay attention to the overdub button. If overdub button is on, then notes that you play on the keyboard will be added to the existing notes in the step. And if the overdub button is off, the new notes that you play will replace the current notes in the step. You can always tell whether you are in add or replace mode. When the LED above a key blinks, the current content of the step is going to be replaced. Next feature to explore is called step skip. If we press and hold step number 1 in our 1-bar sequence and deactivate this step in the second and third pattern loops, which are represented by buttons 32 and 48, it means that the step will be triggered for the first and fourth time during the playback, bypassing the second and third playback times. The great thing is that each step can have its individual set of these rules in your pattern, which will result in very unexpected and non-repetitive loops. Outside of providing some fantastic ways to program your notes and edit individual steps, KeyStep Pro comes with a vast array of interesting ways to modify the original behavior of the initially recorded sequences. All of these are accessed with the Shift button. You can easily transpose all your notes while the sequence is playing by hitting Shift plus octave up or octave down buttons. You can also transpose in semitones by pressing Shift together with the semi-down and semi-up buttons. Another fun feature is called invert. It will create the mirror of the initial sequence and turn the last notes into the first ones. Press Shift plus invert once again to come back to the initial state. Next up, there are 3 randomizers that will cause your notes to act very naughty. Random order will change the placement of the programmed steps without changing their pitch. random notes will randomize the pitch of the notes per step while keeping them in the same place. While random octave will randomly change the octave of the casually selected steps included in your pattern. To reload the initial version of your pattern, hold Shift and press Save. To nudge a whole sequence by a few steps forward or backward, press Shift plus nudge buttons. Whenever you're not satisfied with your pattern and you want to start again, press Shift plus Clear Pattern to clear the whole sequence data. You can also use the Shift plus Clear Steps to delete only the step information, while keeping the pattern length, time division, playback order, and so on. By the way, most of the Shift step functions apply to the drum sequencer as well. You can easily invert, or notch your whole drum pattern in a way that will be rhythmically interesting and musically pleasing. Random order is also available when working with drums. When using it, make sure to save your pattern first, just in case. Various ways to step out of the usual loops are also hidden above some of the keys. When used with the Shift button, the first three keys from the left create the playback feature. The forward direction is self-explanatory, while the random one plays your steps in a completely casual and unexpected way. You can activate it by pressing Shift and random key. When combined with the time division changes, it might become a really cool transition technique. Speaking of those, they are also available above the keys and you can access them in combination with the Shift button. You can decide to play in quarters, eighths, sixteenths, or 30-second notes. What's really cool is that you can use them to create breakdowns and transitions in your pattern while it is playing, just like that. First off, we are cutting the drum sequence in half, and then by 4. Then we repeat this action with the melody track as well. The process of coming back to the initial time division is completely the same. First drums, then the melody. We can use the mutes along the way as well. Here it is, a fun and creative way to go about transitions. You can also turn any of those time divisions into the triplet values with the use of Shift.
As you can see, KeyStep Pro offers a sequencer that can easily change the way you make music. In the next episode, we will explore its arpeggiator and chord mode. Thanks for watching and see you soon!